This is the Old Forge in Inverie, the most remote pub in the UK. No roads lead to this pub, with your options to get here being a choice between a boat or a multi-day hike through one of Scotland's last wildernesses. Join us in this video as we take a challenging, wild and wet adventure through the Scottish Highlands, enjoying the wild and rugged views of this beautiful peninsula, all with the promise of a well-deserved pint at the end. If you're new around here, we're Jack and Joe, that's our scruffy hitchhiker Frank, and we've spent the last 5 years exploring in our camper van Big P, seeking out wild adventures in the UK and Europe. If this sounds like your kind of adventure, then come along with us for these wild journeys to the Old Forge. Every good trip in Scotland starts at the end of a rickety road, and the logistics for this one involve booking a taxi from Fort William, where we'd chosen to base ourselves, to the end of Scotland's longest dead-end road, to Kinlochhourn, the start of this hike. Joining us on this adventure to the UK's most remote pub will be our good friends Tom, Liam and Kate. They've been persuaded to join me on this hike to celebrate my 35th birthday. This was going to be a proper adventure. Just pulling up to the end of the road. UK's longest dead-end road. We were a bit worried that the road was going to be closed, but luckily I managed to get through the roadblocks. It's a check before you arrive. Yeah, this road's pretty epic. Not sure if I fancy taking the van down. It's super scenic. Nearly there.
Nearly there, baby.
Whoa. God, it's going to be a beautiful walk, guys. Alright, we're off. How long's the first bit, Tom?
I've got no idea, you're in charge.
I'm going to say 12 kilometres. So it's not too far. I think the whole hike altogether is around 25 to 27 kilometres to the pub. But you split it in half, and hopefully there's going to be a spot in the Buffy for all of us, which we'll get to in, I don't know, 3-4 hours of hiking. The weather is very Scottish. Classically, for the past 3 or 4 weeks, Scotland's been bathed in glorious sunshine, and on the one day we actually want some sunshine, it's decided to be all Scottish again. But it should be great. It's already looking beautiful. This is quite magical. You guys doing alright?
Getting there, mate. Yeah, loving it. It's class. Just keep appreciating the scenery.
It's well nice, isn't it? It's the section we're hiking on. It's part of the Knoydart Peninsula, which I believe is known as Britain's last known wilderness. No roads, no internet signal, aka the middle of nowhere. Just lots of bog, which Joe has just stepped in. It's bloody beautiful, even with the downpour of rain that we're getting. Nice, isn't it? Sun's out. I wouldn't quite say the sun's out, but it's less rain. I'll have to get the sunglasses on, Joe, it's that bright. Unfortunately, despite Joe's sundance there, the rain kept on coming. Paths turned to streams, and stream crossings turned to fast flowing obstacles. It was tough going, and our feet were soaked. It was quite an intense half an hour there. Did a few river crossings across some stepping stones. Our feet are absolutely soaked. And now should be a flat walk that takes you along the loch. But there's two climbs up hills. This is the second one. We've just had some hail. And the path is basically just like a stream. Hopefully the rain will ease off, but we're still having fun. There's some other hikers that caught up with us. I think they're staying in the Buffy as well. But yeah, I think we're about a third of the way through, so it's still got quite a while to go. I mean, it's still really beautiful. I'm absolutely drenched. The wind is howling. Probably can't hear me, but we're nearly there, I think, at the Buffy. And then we can get dry. Defined path, which is quite good, just ahead of us. You're loving this.
I love how it feels after you've done it.
Yeah. Frank's smashed it, look at him.
Hey,
Good boy, Frankie.
right.
Good boy. That's not garden. Coming to the Buffy now. That was a hard hike, wasn't it? I think the weather made it hard. I reckon it would be tough but enjoyable if it was sunny. But my God, that rain.
Not a dry foot among us either.
No, no way. Let's get into the Buffy and let's get dry. So got to the Buffy. Our sleeping bags are wet. Not sure how that happened. Man, that was a tough day of a hike. Busy Buffy as well. There's 12 bunks, but I think pretty much all of them are taken tonight. But yeah, it's nice. It's dry. Lots of people there, but it's got like a nice like little kitchen area. So I think we're going to eat some dinner, drink some whiskey, and carry on our hike tomorrow morning. With wet sleeping bags, and in Liam's case, wet everything, we had a tricky night's sleep in the Buffy, with our only comfort being quite a few drowns of whiskey and the knowledge that we were half of the way towards getting to the pub for a well-earned pint.
All right, day two.
Yeah.
Day 2, 7 o'clock this morning. We're going to hike to the pub. Everyone's feeling really rested, aren't they?
Woo! Let's go, baby!
I wouldn't say I had the best night's sleep in the Buffy, but at least we were dry. Oh mate, I was moving every half hour because I was on the top bunk. I'd just roll over and I'd wake up and I was on the edge of the bunk and I was like, I could die here.
You wouldn't just make a noise like Russell, you'd go, ah. And I was like, oh my god, I'm going to say something. I'm going to say something.
I actually slept like a log. It took me about half an hour of like frustration, like shut up, Jack, basically. And then once that was done, I just slept like an absolute tree.
The guy that was in our bunk though, he did sound like a crisp packet every time he rolled over.
Yeah, he did.
And he was rolling over like every half hour.
I thought that was you.
Then Joe would roll over and then I'd be like, well I'm awake, now I've got to roll over because my hips hurt.
Yeah.
But anyway, great first Buffy experience. Tom got me a cake this morning. Cheers Tom.
Birthday, Jack.
It's my birthday and now we're going to go get a pint. Blue skies, guys. The only bad thing about the Buffy is it didn't have a fire, which was a bit annoying because we were all so wet. Thankfully, my sleeping bag dried out about 2 o'clock in the morning around my feet, and my raincoat's dry-ish, and my shoes I wore last night to dry them out. So that's the update on wetness. This part of the hike is a bit longer. I think it's about an extra 2 or 4 kilometres. I'll put the actual details below. I'm using all trails for the trail itself to kind of get us sorted. And it starts with a big climb, about 500 metres up in elevation, and then the rest of it is down towards the pub. So we've got out early because we just don't want to get caught out by the rain. Again, we're hoping the better weather is this morning. Whew. But yeah, enjoyed our first ever Buffy experience actually, despite the rain. And look at these views, man. Just fantastic. Don't think that sunshine lasted very long. Well, it didn't. A little bit of drizzle, but we can do a bit of drizzle after yesterday. Tired this morning. I'm going to be dreaming of that pint. Pint, some warm food, hopefully they've got a fire, dry some stuff out. And then after doing that, thankfully we don't have to walk back. I know lots of people hike out from Kinlochhourn to the pub and back. We've booked a boat, so it'll be a nice little boat trip and a train back to Fort William. And I'm probably going to sleep all the way home on the train. We got the tiniest bit of internet just then at the top of the pass. So I got my birthday messages from my family and friends, and then also I looked at the weather forecast and there's going to be a bit of rain now and I can see it coming over the hill, but after that looks like it's going to be pretty clear, which is fingers crossed that comes true. But yeah, nice. And that was the hardest bit. That was the hardest climb up. The rest of it is going to be okay. Apologies again for the audio quality. It's Scotland. Here comes hopefully the last bit of the rain. Woo! Scotland, baby! Don't tell me it's another. Oh! You're right. I got that on camera. Oh, another river crossing, is it? Great. Right. Hello. Okay. Trail has plateaued out now. We're walking by beautiful loch. I nearly lost my head when that last round of rain came in. Like, this is difficult. I think the weather conditions have made this so much more challenging than maybe it is. Some people even do this hike in a day, but I just don't reckon you'll be able to do that with the weather that we had yesterday. Whew. I was saying to the guys, this is one of the hardest things I've done in a very long time, so I think we should have a big sense of achievement. But yeah, we can't be too far now. We're going to walk along this beautiful loch, beautiful bird song, and then hopefully we'll be at the pub and Inverie, the port town where the pub is. We did it, guys! Woo! Cheers, guys. Cheers to a good hike. Cheers, 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 cheers. Worth the 2 days hike, wasn't it?
Yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. That was a proper adventure. If you have any questions around the hike, how we organised it, who we booked the taxi with, drop those questions in the comments below. More than happy to answer them. But yeah, proper adventure. Absolutely loved it. Yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a comment below if you've enjoyed this video. Drop a subscribe if you're new around here and you want to see more of our adventures. And we will catch you on the next one.